All right, I think we're live. We got to check some things, make sure everything is live here. Working on, yep, we are live, so good here. All right, so what's up, gang? It's Adam. It is Proxy Time this week, working on a couple things. I got Food Chain working on this week. I just got this card thanks to Renshai. Well, he didn't get me this card. I got this card, no, but this was a request from Renshai, but I don't typically make proxies until I own them. I did do a buy list order. You can check that out. So the $1,200 order, I did end up getting this card because I did not have it. I like green, and this is a good way to use green. I mean, this is a good thing with green. It's that instant speed exile stuff. I know there's a lot of broken stuff. I don't like doing broken stuff. I like doing fun stuff. So a free sack outlet to give you mana and stuff like that is pretty damn sweet. So I'm going to do that. Food chain's going to be pretty easy. I think we're going to use, well, this is the original food chain. We're going to use this art. Found a pretty good one for that. So that's pretty crisp and clear. And then we're going to move into the next line of swords. We finished up with the duels last week. So this week working on getting back to the swords because I started that. And then now I need to kind of continue and finish that. So we'll use two different arts. We'll use not the OG art, but the one that came after the OG art. And then we'll use the double masters art as well. That's what I've been doing for the other ones is, for each sword that I've done so far. I've done two of them. So we're going to do that, do those two, and then, call it a day. I have quite a few things I want. I think I'm going to end up, getting to the fetches here soon, mixing those in. I want to finish the fetches along with finishing up with the swords at the same time. Hey, how's it going, Gwen? How you doing? Make food chain with a big target on it because when you play food chain, that's what you. That's a good point. I don't like to do broken stuff necessarily, so when I play food chain, it'd be for different reasons. But I totally understand that. There's a lot of broken stuff you can do with this, so. I'm going to move my chat box over a little bit here so you can kind of see. There we go. It's going to be kind of on with the white on white background. I just messed with this right before I went live. So I got to tweak this and make my box a little different. That sounded bad, but, so then we're going to have that there. All right. So let's get all this stuff moving here. I'm going to start with food chain because this will be easier of the two different proxies, I think. I mean, it's just pretty self-explanatory how this one's going to go. So it shouldn't take too long. We'll combine these two, actually. I don't want those separate there. I don't want to keep them separated. All right, so that is good. We are good there. We're good there. It's going to have that little special star thingy. The Magic Star. Oh, that's a good beer. I am having a coffee cake beer. I had this earlier on Friday. I don't know if I had Friday. It might have been Thursday. I don't know. Days are blending together. When you start doing taxes on the weekend, my whole weekend turned into tax weekend. So fun stuff. But yeah, I know that food chain is a broken card. A lot of people use it degenerately. They don't use it very fair, but if I use this, it's most likely going to be just because of a free sack outlet. And Laura and I have discussed that quite a bit, that having free sack outlets is very nice. And so if you're not doing broken stuff, it's just a fair card at that point. Let's back that up a little. I want this top part to be in here. We're going to... And I should be displaying those duels. I was doing some tweaks. I want to get them all printed off as foils before whoops, did it the wrong way. We need to alt this. I want to show them as foils along with the non-foils. So I'm going to probably get those out this week along with people's proxies and stuff that people picked. So what'd you say, Gwen? Let's see. I still need to build my Prosh Kobold tribal deck, but every time I play, I'm going to have to tell people that I have, yeah, that I do not own or have food chain. Don't kill me, please. I don't do bad things. Yeah, that's the interesting thing. It's kind of funny because our topic this week is going to be kind of talking about similar things to discussions before games and all that stuff. And Laria made a point of it, or I think it was from the Exile Discord, was talking about like, don't yuck somebody's yum. So we're kind of getting on that. It's going to be an interesting topic this week. I'm actually pretty excited. Okay, so let's see here. What do I want to have come to the foreground here? We don't want to lose a lot of this. I feel like our tiger dude is our main squeeze here. So we could do, if we shift it up enough, and we don't want to lose our wolf. So if we shift it up enough, we get our wolf in there. We're not going to have him come to the foreground because he just takes up too much. What I was thinking is we could get these rocks down here, but that's just too much at the bottom. So I'm thinking maybe right about here. We don't want to completely lose that it's an enchantment. And I kind of want the wolf's face to be there. So my thought is, let's get about maybe right about there. That might look pretty good. So we're going to get the claws here. We get his crown, whatever things, spiky things coming up here. I think that would be it for foreground stuff. Yeah, maybe these flowers here, but yeah, that might be the only other thing I get to come to the foreground there. So let's go. I'll accept that. Let's crop it out. Ooh, my top is a little tight up here. Let's see how this is going to look when we're cropped in here. Squeeze it. So that's going to be more realistically of what the proxy will be. Our top is a little bit, we're going to shift this down just a tad bit more. So, but I like where this is going. Maybe right about there. One thing I'm thinking is we're going to test something out here. We're going to do a little test. So I want to see just really quick what happens if just the wolf head comes through. So this is not what I'm going to keep here. Definitely not going to do that. But what if I were to go right where that line is to about there and having him come over like that? I'm not going to do, I would have this obviously blend in better. That could be an option. I kind of dig that. We got a little bit of both coming through on to the foreground. I think I like that. Let's work on him first because this is going to be, I mean, it's not determining what's going to happen with this, but so we have his face is also towards the front of our picture here. So this should work out. We're going to have to go like that. And mainly his head. So we won't just stop there. I just want to see how it looks though. Okay, so I think I like what's going to happen here. So we're going to go all the way to where this is and blend it up there. So let's outline it a little bit. Where's this fur kind of come in here? So right about here. Looks like it kind of goes up a little bit there. And then to there. The promo logo? Yeah, it did, didn't it? But I want this wolf to be a part of this picture, so that's why I want to bring him to the foreground. And I think we'll leave the green line there to start off with. Let me make a straight line across. We'll stop at the green line. This just makes it so it's a little bit more precise. Okay. I don't know if I want to go this far or I got to lead it. So let's go into there. Okay, I think that works there. Let's get this a little bit larger. Whoops, went too far. Let's see. And let's do this quick, and then we'll kind of back it out and see how it looks. I could dig this. I think that looks all right. Curious about, though, is maybe getting rid of this green line here. And I may get rid of the whole thing like that, actually, now that I'm thinking about it. I know I kept it in there originally, but I think I might, now that we're doing it this way, let's get rid of this whole thing. And I think that'll make things look a lot better. Yeah. Okay, I like that a lot better, not having that green line going through them. What is my... Normally it's going to be in the 70s. This one I may drop down a little bit more than normal. We might go down to our 50%. I think that looks good. And then we want to have the claw come... The claw! I think that's from Liar Liar, if I remember right. The claw! Yeah, so we want his claw there. I don't think I'm going to mess with his arm there because that's behind the wolf. We're envisioning this text box going between the wolf and the front and back paw of this tiger. So let's do this stuff here. And actually, now that I moved it down, I kind of like that better because you can see that it's, I mean, most people are going to know it's an enchantment, but you can see it a lot better now that it's moved down, that it's an enchantment. We're not blocking. Oops. What might be easier? Oh, I know what's easier. Let's bring this down more so I can see through. Okay, so there, smaller. Those claws going through. Yeah, I don't know where this will actually will fit in any of my current decks. It just will be potentially in decks moving forward. Definitely in creature heavy decks is when I would probably use this. I guess I have built... Well, no, because I'm... I don't know. I was almost thinking it could go... I have my Daryl deck that I play quite a bit. I just made my Kaima deck, which is red-green. Both those are red-green. Now I'm thinking about making a Blanca deck, but I don't think... I would put this more in like you're playing a lot of creatures and you're able to use them to cast your bigger stuff. So I think that's how I do it. I don't like how this necessarily feels there. Let's fade that in a little bit. There's just something funky with how that looks. So let me bring this down a bit. Let's not make it so... Fade that line in. That's looking a little bit better. It just looked... It looked so cut off, and I did not like that. And what we'll do is we'll do a pass by there, and then we'll get this text box line to go away. And we'll kind of do a little fade up here, too. Okay. Now I think I'm liking that better. Yeah, then it's not so clean cut. And we got the tail going a little bit, but you can still see exactly what's going on there. It's a lot higher than I would normally have it. So I was saying right about there. I think that's pretty good. Maybe get a little bit of fade going there. I think that'll work. So let's zoom out and check it out. Okay. So it's not so abrupt of his chin there. All right, let's bring this back here. We're going to move up to the top part of the tiger. The easy part. Now, normally I say do the easy stuff first, but I got preoccupied and ADD'd into the other stuff. Okay. Oh, nope. I want to get onto our picture. This will make it a little bit easier. So I'll at least outline it for us. That. Okay, now grab the stamp tool. And then I'm going to have to do some cleaning up here with these, but at least we can do a quick little pass through here. Get this, and then we'll deselect and clean up our lines. Bottom one seems pretty decent. I don't think really have to do too much here. Let's maybe try to, I guess a little bit. Try to get a little more of a point there. And we'll clean up this line. I think that one actually turned out pretty good. Not seeing any pixels change colors, so I think that one was pretty decent. This one we needed a little bit. Get out here. Like that. There we go. Okay. All right. I think that's it for food chain, besides adding the logo stuff in. I think that's all I really wanted to do with it. It's pretty easy. We can see everything that's going on. Exile creature you control. There's nothing blocked there. I did mention I might want to do the flower stuff, but I think I'm good with where that's at. I guess one thing you could do is kind of make the grass kind of come through a little. We'll just test it out, see what happens. I maybe should just do this first. I don't want to do a lot of clicks because then it'll be a lot of backtracking. I guess this could work. Kind of where that shadow goes. We could go to that pretty much. And then get rid of the text box on the bottom. That could work. Oh, I might like that. A little last add into there. Do I like it? I'm not sure if I do. I think I'm going to take that out. Backing it up. Like if I were to do it, I'd draw a line like so to where all the dark stuff is, and then do this again. Not go so high, so we're going to kind of blend it up. Let's see how that looks. That might be better. I think I can work with that. I think that one looks decent. And then I think I was saying I was going to stay at the 60s. I think I said 50, didn't I? So I'd probably be in here more. Yeah, this could work. I'll go a little bit higher. Let's get into the mid 50s. Exile creature control, add exit. Yeah, so you can see everything that's going on there. Let's grab the logo and start bringing that in. And I don't even know where I want that to go yet. I might as well get rid of the old food chain so it's not mixing in there. All right. Where are we going to put you? Tiger Eye? Potentially. But I don't really want to take away from our tiger. Something in the background I could do. We got our wolf. We got flowers down there. That'd be kind of cool. Let's throw it on a flower. Let's get it in the center of this one, and we're going to distort it so it makes it so it's like it's pointing upwards. This most likely will not be seen when the proxy is actually made. You'll see a little orange and yellow thing, but that's about it. Okay, so now, go back. Let's click one of our sides. I think I want to skew. Skewing, I still don't have down perfectly yet. Like it's just more of messing with it until you get it to where you want it. So I'm trying to flatten this out. It's really skewing the crap out of. Okay, here. That's what I wanted. More so like that. I want to move this one back in. There, this is what I wanted. Facing up. There. Okay, now we want to scale again. Scale. fit it in like that. Or maybe even shrink it a little bit more. That is a small symbol there. And we're going to mess with the plant a little bit more. Actually, I don't know if I need to. So that's about the size of the card there. I think that works. Just that little, it looks like almost like a little CommanderSmith dewdrop there. Just that little guy there. Drop it down to 70 so it's not so noticeable. In the wolf mouth. Yeah, that could have been another spot there. Him biting it. I like this. I haven't done a flower one in a while, so we'll keep it there. It's pretty subtle there. Okay, so that's food chain. Now, let's get to our swords here. Let's get to the one that I know what I do at every time. We're going to rotate this guy. Nope, not that way. We want 180. That one looks good there. We could flip it. I'm trying to remember my swords, what I have so far. Do I have my swords sitting here? I want to check. Because I had swords. So we have... I thought I did them all in foil. Did I already give them all away? Oh, here we go. So we have a sword coming from the other side. Sword of Body and Mind. We got Sword of Feast and Famine coming from the same side. These are the foil ones. Fire and Ice coming from the same side. So all three of those coming from the left. I already did Fire and Ice in there, right? Yeah. So I think one coming from the right. I know what is the reason why I don't do that. Why? What is the reason? The others, if I flipped it. Oh, it's because of the sword angle. So this one will work out perfect because then it's not covering the casting cost. That's my biggest thing when doing these is I don't want to cover the casting cost. Probably one of the more important things that I don't... I'll block it, but not completely block it. Like I'll edit with it, but I won't make it so you can't see the casting cost because that's one of the most important things. So, okay, let's do this. And then I know what's going to happen with this one because this happens to all the double masters is the artifact stuff it's going to grab all the way over there. So I'll have to fix that. Let's make sure we don't lose that there. And I'm going to try to fix it here because we are making 2 copies of this. Because it's going to be the one with the double masters art and one with the older art. See, it always does that. And we'll do some fixing there before we move it over. Oh, bastard. All right. Okay, that one's better. All right, so let's use this. We'll at least get the lines going, so we're alting it. And we want it matched with the other line. Come on. Right about there? That might have been a little lower than I wanted. Let's try that again. Ah! Nope. Z. Control Z. No! Went too far back. All right, let's do this again. Up. I think that's about right. Good. Okay. And we want to get rid of that. I don't think we're going to be... We could do a line from below. So we will go from here up to about there. Good. And then let's get rid of that. Too far. Too far again. All right, this is going to be something that I have to fix when I bring it over. It's just not... Let's see if I even shrink it. I think it'll still do it. Alt. Yeah. Okay, so that's going to be something we're going to mess with on both of them. I'll be happy to be done with the double masters framing because it did not work as well when you're making these proxies. They kind of go all over the place like that. We'll fix that one before we bring it over so that we only have really one fix. Do I want it to go a little higher? I think we're good there. We'll just fix our bottom. Ah! That's not what I wanted to happen. What the hell happened there? All right, I just moved the whole thing. All right, alt it. Trying to match. Oh, actually, I do want it a little bit higher. I didn't go far enough over. I think that lines up pretty good. All right, let's see. Let's bring it over. All right, so yeah, like normal, we have some things to fix as we bring this over. As a Han Solo, as Han Solo. Hey kid, don't get. I haven't seen that one, even though I watched. Well, if it's anything new, I haven't seen it because I just started up on Family Guy again. All right, so I think this is more so how. Well, this is how I did it before. I want to be able to see what we're cutting out. Okay, so where's our arm? Okay, so you can see black. We can see white. Combat damage to a player, gain. They were not going to see any of this because its whole arm's coming through. So where are we going to go with this? You may return. Shoot. So this one is going to cover a lot more than I'd like. Unless we get it a little bit bigger. Target creature from your graveyard. See, you can't even see the graveyard part. I want that in there. If I shrink it up enough, what happens there? What do we get cut out? Oh, trying to make me laugh. Sorry. I didn't get the bit. My bad. I'm sure it would have been funny. I was obsessed with Family Guy in college. Like, you could ask Lowry. Anytime like I'd have a party at my place, and at the end of the night, that was like the wind down stuff where we're all just sitting in my room watching Family Guy. I was one of the like 3 times that it was canceled, and then finally they brought it back, and it hasn't left. Okay. What I'm running into a problem here is we're gonna lose this graveyard part. You're not gonna see. Life gain. You may return up to 1 target creature card from to your hand. I'm guessing you'll get that because it is black. But there's no way I can get that unless I flip the card again. Oh, that could be an option. Fuck. All right, let's see. We got to see our options here. All right, let's rotate. We are doing 180. No, we're not doing 180. We are flipping horizontally. Not 180. Rotate horizontally. Okay. Now we go back. Copy this. Let's see what this brings us. Hopefully better. Because we can make it so the 3 doesn't get cut off there. Whenever equipped. So we're going to lose equipped. Go right about here. Deals combat. This isn't that much better. Shoot. Bring it down further. Yeah, Dempsey, I'll show you here in a second. Let me just... Here is the food chain. So that is what we got going there. Actually, I might do one more thing here. I know I said I wasn't going to do the arm thing in front. But now that I'm looking at it again, I kind of want this to come to the foreground. I like that better. Okay, so that's the food chain, Dempsey. I hope you like it. I know you didn't get any input on it, but I think it turned out pretty good. So I'm pretty happy with how that worked out. Okay, so gain 3. You don't need to say life. May return target creature card. Damn, either way, it's not going to work out. Let's see here. I don't know how I want to do this. Target creature card from your... So this is all cut out. I might like it better the other way, guys. We're going to flip it. We're going back to our... how we did it originally. We're just going to go with it. Let's just position it at least so you can see the most of it. So you see white, black... Maybe shrink it a little bit. Yeah, shrink it a little bit. So we see white, black. 2+2. We got the equipped in there. You're just going to lose part of that stuff. That's fine. It's fine. We will stop right there and recrop this. I'm sorry I didn't consult you. You're not mad, you're disappointed. Oh, the dad line. It's the worst. You can be mad. Just be mad. Don't be disappointed. I just don't want you to be disappointed. I didn't see on there. Gwen was on there, and I was like, well, I guess Dempsey's not here. I guess I'm doing this on my own. I don't know what I'm doing. All right, let's get rid of the weird half signature here, because this would just look kind of odd to be on the side of the card. So we are going to mess with our background. So we will stamp right here and just there. Oh, almost got rid of it all. There, now we got rid of it. Are we losing this? No, we aren't. So we're going to do the same thing here. Oh, except we're all off in a little disappointment. Yeah, you can talk to my wife about that. Okay, so what we're going to do is something that I learned a little bit more instead of doing the stamp tool when I was doing the, whatchamacallit, the dual lands. This will just make life so much easier. Oh, but will it? Look at that. That isn't easier. That color is, even when you pick one color, this is multiple colors. So we aren't going to do that. We're going back to our stamping. So never mind, I lied. We are doing this. And we need to get rid of this. Let's get to that. Okay. Z. Back on our text. That should do it. This just works better because you're using following the, you can see where that cross is following. That's where it is on the text box. But again, these are different colors here. So it's not perfect. There we go. I think I blended that pretty good. What is that? Is that part of the background? That is the background. So we'll keep that there. I see things popping up on the chat. So what? I have some stuff happen. Oh, that's all right. You're only here for a few. Well, thank you for stopping by, buddy. I think it turned out pretty good. So the old art was basically impossible to use. I didn't even show that in the video at all. It's too old. There wasn't a good quality image of that one. So luckily there was a newer one of Food Chain, and I was able to use that. Which, it's funny because they did just do that's how I got my Food Chain, was the list. So you would think you could use that as a newer art on there. You know, that's the problem with the older art stuff, is it was printed a long time ago and they haven't done any new prints since, so it's hard to get good digital image quality of those. So actually, I'm curious why I didn't find... Maybe I didn't look hard enough. Because maybe I don't know. I don't know why it didn't pop up. So that's why I didn't grab the old one. And I didn't know if I liked the old one or not. That's the one I got for my collection. Oh, good for me.
Oh, good for you.
But I think I like the lion or the tiger and the wolf one better. All right, I think I got that fixed there. So I'm going to fix that on the other one as well. My wife might kick my butt because I am on bedtime duty, and I didn't think that the first... Well, the video didn't go long. I don't even know why it took me so long to get that done. I'm going to clean up this line up here. I can see a little bit of a fade right here that I just wanted to get rid of. I don't even know why I'm doing that because the sword's going to come through here. Whatever. It's just all about cleaning stuff up. Okay, so let's make sure everything's good. Nope, we have one more cleanup spot, which is the top here and the top here. So let's get this side first. It's pretty dark there. That's better. This side, we want to keep it dark so we get that three-dimensional feel. So let's get a little closer here. And yes, the sword is going to be coming through, but that is going to be the only thing that comes through. The smoke part we'll use the fading tool to bring that through. Okay, let's see how that looks. All right, I think we're golden there. I thought I saw a bump, but let me check that out. There's something going on there. Let me, because when it's zoomed out, it looks like I missed something, but it's really just the bump of the text. I'm going to go right to there. We're going to do the same thing we did below, and that should solve that problem. Got to go all the way across, keep it even. Doesn't look like it did much, but it got rid of the bump. Okay. Next part. Let's do the top part of the sword here. Now, just so people watching this that are watching now, I am going to be changing Proxy time starting probably next week. 7:30 just kind of gets a little early at this point. So I'm going to get a little later in the night for Sundays. So I'll probably be starting at 9 instead of 7:30. That just gives me more time with the fam, especially as we start to get warmer. And like last week, I couldn't start until 9 o'clock because I had family over and was grilling and all that stuff. So that is the plan moving forward. Let me get this all the way through, and then we will use the fade tool for all the smoke. So just so you all know that I will be changing things, and I'll announce it on the podcast as well. I know I don't get a ton of people on here for watching live necessarily, but maybe having it later might help a little bit. And it's not a big deal if people aren't here live either. This is something, that's what we've been doing, is things that we are doing anyways, and we're just going live with it. So it makes it so it's easier for recording wise, because that takes a long time when you do editing, and we'd rather just go live all the time. All right, so we're going to go fade. So this is something I would have been doing every week anyways. And so now we are just making it more easy for us. As we're doing more and more stuff, we need to lighten the load up on how we do things here. So that is why we are doing so much live stuff, because without having an editor, it just makes things so much easier for us to do it this way. And I think I've been doing Proxy Time live. I did a couple of them right when did I do it when? No, I think those were recorded. So it's probably been almost a year since I started doing these live. All right, so I want a little bit there. I think that's good. Nice. I like it. So let's get the whole arm here. Now the last sword, if I remember correctly, this worked out fantastically. Let's see how fantastic this works. Okay, that's pretty good. We got some gaps here though. Let's see if we can solve those by doing this. Good. That is solving. Let's get this smaller. Why are you beeping at me? Stop beeping at me. Just trying to make this easier for myself. So I'm pressing Alt each time I'm doing this to try to fill this in. And you got to make sure it's... Oh, that's too small. I was about to say, you got to make sure you're not too big, because if I start getting like... If I click here and do it, it'll hit everything in that circle that is that color. This one might be a little tougher down here. Come on. Connect them. connect. There's some connection. I might have to work on this part by hand. Let's make sure everything else look good. Let's get that like that. I think that's how I want to have it, and then we'll have part of that sword coming through there. Whoops. Yeah, there's gonna be some stuff I'm gonna need to tweak after I go through. Kind of sucks is this is I'm only on the first sword. I got to do 2 of these. Second one will probably be pretty easy. We'll see. All right, let's start bringing stuff. And we don't want 45%. And we want the solid one. No, control. Let's get back on the text box and start. So the only thing I got to watch out for is once I get down by the handle there, things get a little crazy there. And because there is 2 versions, I'm a little more, I guess, laxed on covering everything here. Okay, so I got the hand there. That's fine. Okay, that looks fine. Now, I think this was good. Do that. And now we might have to shrink things up a little bit here. Yeah, you can see where that... I don't want to go too much further there. You can see where it is there. Like that. And it does point up to here, so we want to stop there. And it looks like it goes right about there. I think that works. Okay, so now let's deselect and clean it up. How did that look? Before I even clean it up, how does it look? It looks pretty good. Might be some little bits of cleanup here and there. So, like I said, I wanted the smoke to go a little bit there. Let me mess with that quick. More so right along here. I think that works right there. So we have a little bit you can still see through there. Now let's get back to our normal stuff. All right. Is there any smoothing out here? I don't think so. I actually think that's pretty good. The sword itself is bumpy. It's not smooth. Could get a little bit of a spiky thing come in here like that. Right there. And even like his arm and everything, it's supposed to be bumpy. Yep. I don't think there's any smoothing out I need to do there. Up here seemed pretty good. Do that a little bit. I think overall that turned out pretty good. That was actually a good copy and paste over. All right. Sweet. Okay. Well, the logo. We're at 43 minutes here. All right. Let's see how fast we can do the last one. We are going to put the logo where a lot of them have gone. It just seems like a perfect spot for these is in the helm or the whatever of the sword. I think that's what it's called. I'm not positive. Don't quote me on that. I don't know why you would be quoting something like that, but it just seems like it goes there perfectly. Where's the angle of my sword? Zoom out a little bit more. Okay, so we want it right about, I think there. Yeah, that seems about right. Just gonna center it up a little bit more. I just wanted to make sure our angle was right. That looks good. Let's dim this down. I mean, not that much. There we go. So I don't want it too see-through. Good. Okay. That is sort of light and shadow number 1. Now, take a sip. And move on to Light and Shadow number 2. This one seems like it could be kind of fun actually here. As I want to use those chains as part of this, obviously. Let's see through this one again too. So we could have this come through to the foreground. What are we getting rid of here? Whenever... Okay, we don't want to go too much higher than that. Let's have that come through. Protection from white and black. So if we have the chain, we have the chain coming through here, chain coming through here, and chain coming through there. That's good. Our spacing is good there. Spacing is good there. Spacing is good there. What do we lose here? Player, gain 3 life. Turn up to 1 target. You'll be able to see creature. Graveyard to your... Oh, we're going to lose equip though. We'll fade this. We'll fade ourselves into this one. So we'll get rid of this. Oh, shoot. This one might be better going the other way. Rotate horizontally. Okay. Let's try this again. All right. We still have the 3 chains going through. We don't want to move too far over. Okay, so now we have the equip. Combat damage to a player. You'll be able to see player. Gain 3 life. And you may return target creature from your to your hand. I think that would work. Black, white. Ooh, we're losing the 2/2. Maybe shrink it down a little bit. So we can see the 2, the white, the black. Because what we could do... White, black, 2/2 is going to be gone. Can't shift it too much. I don't want that chain going through too much of that. So we do get the 2 there. We do see white, black, gain 3 life, return up to 1 target creature from your graveyard's kind of mixed in there to your hand. Okay, I think this positioning might work. We're good there, we're good there. I think we're good all around. So let's crop this. And we're about there. And about there. I think we're fine on the height. Okay, I think that's good. So we'll have this come to the foreground. Part of that 3 is going to go. We do need to do cleanup here because there's going to be lots of this that isn't cut out. So let's start with the text box. Let's get rid of the symbol there. Set symbol. And we're a little too far away, so the color's a little too different. Okay, now let's clean everything else up. Start with the bottom again. See if you can get that perfect. Oh, there's a little bit there. It's gonna bug me, so let's do it right now. Okay, if you can get it perfect before bringing it over, and you're doing multiples of this, it just saves you so much time. But most of the time, you're not normally doing multiple versions of a proxy. Trying to get that curve nice. Should work. Some bumps here. See how that looks. Curve is good. Let's get our line good. Okay, there we go. that too much? I think I'm going to cut off too much there. Yeah, I did. Okay. I was just too far out. Let's redo that. Maybe about there. You came for the food? Okay, here, I'll show you. You're not the only person, Mr. Bundy. Let's see, it's this one. There we go. There's the food chain. It is not the old school one, but it is the newer one. So that is the food chain. I hope you like it, buddy. Thanks a lot, bud. I appreciate you stopping in. Yeah, I went with this one because this was the art, the newest, the best quality art that there was for it. All right, so then I had the other light and shadow. That is that one, and now I'm working on this fun guy. All right, I'm gonna get this a little bit better here. Just want to get this little nubbin out of there. See that little nubbin on the corner on the right side? There. That was the right height. I think that alleviated that problem. And it looks good there. Okay, so I'm glad you like it, bud. Yeah, I think it turned out pretty good. We're going to clean up the corner so it's not so sharp. There we go. Okay. All right. Easy stuff first. Let's do the chain. Oh, nope. I still got to clean that up too. This one and that one. Almost forgot these guys. And this side. And then we also got to make that straight line on the bottom. And maybe probably do it on the top just to be sure. Oh yeah, because there was that nubbin up here too. So I'll go right there. Straight line across. And let's do it again on the bottom. That's probably good right there. And then we're going to want to make it so it doesn't have sharp edges. Yeah, so we got some sharp edges there, so let's get rid of that. There, let's clean that up and clean that up. Okay. Back her up. And remember, we're going to be at like 70. So that turned out pretty good. Okay, so now let's do the chains. Now, let's get these chains going. Now, there is some fade to these. These don't need to be so sharp. So we are going to switch to our fade tool. And these don't need to be so precise. Really, it was more of a straight line. Does that look fine like that, though? Yes, it does. Okay. Nubbin. Yeah, like that crater hoof nubbin. That was a bad nubbin. But it ended up getting me a new one, and I probably, when I get around to it, selling a nubbined crater hoof will end up being a big benefit that it had that. I actually wasn't, when I opened that and the crater hoof had that, I was like, well, this is, they're good at replacing stuff when there's defects and stuff. So I was actually kind of happy, to be honest. Okay, there's our chains. Our chains coming through. I think that looks pretty good. Could almost even just do this one chain and kind of leave this to the back, but I think that's fine. These all then makes it feel like they're all coming forward. Now we're doing the bottom. This is where we're going to lose a lot of the text, but I think this is going to work out pretty good. Let's see what we can do here. How much of this will we get to cheat with? You gonna make my life easier or harder? I can't tell if that's a gap there. No, there's a gap there. We'll come back to that. And we got kind of this black hue from like kind of the other swords. They did that with this a little bit, so we will fade that in. All right, let's see if we can get rid of, yeah, a little bit there. There's a little bit in here, but there. Okay, I think that's what I want to do. A little bit there. All right, is that everything? I think it's everything. So now let's do this, make it easier. Make it huge. Let's not fade it. Get on our text box. And then we'll come in and use the fade tool on the different colors there. Or the smokes or whatever is coming off the swords. Oh, there is a little bit I'm going to have to touch up there and down here, I see. But for the most part, this made it a lot easier. Okay. A little bit there. A little bit there. Oh, I probably could have left that. Yeah, because the sword goes like that. Okay, so let's take this off of here. Let's do our cleanups first. If there's any obvious ones we need to hit, which there was a couple. There. This guy. And then we'll use the fade tool to do the smoke part. This is kind of a weird spot. What is going on here? Oh, I guess you're not supposed to see through. It looked like you were supposed to see through there, but I think that's part of the rock there. Or is that the background? Oh, it's the background. Okay. So it is like I was thinking. All right, let's back that up a little bit. How far back did I go? Okay. I almost like having... Let's see. I think that could be fine there. I was going to say, I think I like having that whole part see-through. Yeah, there's like a ledge here that it missed too with that grab. I don't know. Let's see how this looks. I kind of like that being see-through there. But then also, do I like this better? Like that too? No. That I might keep like that. This I might keep like this. And then what we want to do is do that fade like this, because there is kind of a hue going on here. Put a disco ball on top. Maybe that's the CommanderSmith logo on top. I can see what you're saying with the disco ball though. All right, so we're going to get, this is going to be outlined more than any of the other ones because it does have this like glow to it. So we're going to glow this here. We're going to glow over here. This side I don't think I will. You like the see-through? Yeah. Yeah, we'll leave that like that. Okay, I think I'm good on there. It's more of where the sword is what I want to see. A little bit there. And then, and then, hey, that looks pretty damn good. I like how that turned out. These are like freaking hands. I never even like noticed that. These like look like rock hands in a way. Rock lobster. It looks like an arm there, and then like it's grasping it. No more and then. What the hell is that from? Why do I know that? I mean, I know that. I've seen that movie. What is the movie? And then I feel like it's like dude, where's my car type thing. I don't like how that looked there. I've seen the smoke here. I was trying to see if I wanted to have that come through. That actually looks good. I'm going to keep that purple there. Just kind of a little added touch to it. An added flare. How many pieces of flare are you wearing? Let's do... It is from Dude, Where's My Car? Oh, wow. I guess right. No more and dead. I haven't seen that. I probably saw that when it came out, and maybe one other time since then, and that's it. I've not seen it since then. And since then, stupid. And then, all right, we're gonna put it in the sword actually right here, and then that'll be wrapping up. Oh yeah, I gotta do a drawing. I gotta remind myself to get the drawing stuff, and then I gotta get to bed, putting the boys to bed. My wife's gonna kill me because I wasn't taking longer than I thought it was going to. The swords typically do take a little bit. Okay, I think that's a good spot for it. Might need to shift it a little. How are we looking? That seems about right. And then we fade it. Fade it quite a bit. Perfect. That looks friggin' fantastic. Awesome. Please don't pick you. I know. Oh, just so you know, I forgot to tell even what we're giving away now. It is going to be what is Hinata. So we're gonna do, I think, the foil showcase version of that one. So that is this week's Stump the Smith Savant. So we'll see what happens there. Okay, so really quick, Heroes Sword of Light and Shadow. That is the Double Masters version. There is the older version. I like these a lot, how these are turning out. And then we had Food Chain with some faded in wolf stuff going on here. So that turned out pretty fantastic too. So thank you guys for stopping in. Thundercats. Whoops. Let me mix these in a little bit. Okay. So we're going to mix this around. This is for Stump the Smith Savant this week, and Lowry has been on a tear of not guessing them, so good luck to the person that gets drawn, because you probably have a good chance to stump them and winning that Hinata foil full art showcase card here. So, okay, here we go. Not looking. No, it's not Lowry's personal Hinata, but that's one we decided to go after. All right, I'm grabbing one from the bottom, very bottom. What do I got here? All right, we have, Gwen, you were on earlier. It is Mama Magic. Gwen is the stumper for this week. Gwen, I think it's been a while since you've gotten chosen. So Gwen is going to try to stump Lowry for that Hinata. You want the food chain that looks really sweet. Yeah, they turned out pretty fantastic. Thank you guys for ideas of things too, because every time you guys suggest things, I do write it down and just put it as one of my notes to go to. And if you have ideas of like what you'd like, if you wanted an alt art, because sometimes I will do two of them if there is some cool alt art stuff ideas. So please keep sending me those, because I love doing these, and the more and more, the better, the better. I mean, that's the more you guys get to choose from. It just helps out everybody. So thanks again for stopping by, guys. Especially, let's see, who did we have today? We had Gwen, we had Dempsey, we had Nick. Thank you guys for all stopping by here. Really appreciate it. And again, you guys are going to hear a pretty sweet, I'll give you like a little preview, but the giveaway, because we're blasting the record for the podcast, we are going to be doing a battle box giveaway. So it's going to be a really cool live interaction of you guys, the patrons, going head to head with Lowry and I's packs. So whoever the winner is, it's going to be like war style, like Lowry and I have been doing it. You will win both packs. So that's just kind of the tease of it. We're going to go in the details of it more this week. So thank you guys for stopping by. You guys have a good night, and I'll see you next week. See ya. Bye. Sega.